Nice. Looks like we've got what we need here. This is the first time we've done this, so if there's some technical difficulties, it'll be good to figure it out. This is going to go up on the guys. This is Infidel 1258 here, and I do live gameplay. I do videos on YouTube for educational purposes that are going to relate to Splinterlands, specifically how to play, how to win, how to climb in rank, how to maximize earnings, to discuss things like earning potential and just everything we can do with Splinterlands, everything informational, educational, and hopefully to support you guys, even so far as sharing cards when we can. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for coming out. A420, let's go. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, this is just the test toast, but I'm just going to get in here and I'm going to do a live. I'm going to do a champion grind. And I'm just figuring these things out, so I wanted to make sure I got it down. Champion grind. We're going to do about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. We'll see. I got to make sure I understand the technology. That's what this is first and foremost about. See, I think the problem is that you guys are gonna. I'm not screen sharing. I'm just live streaming my own feed. Hey Zbaz, Zbaz. Guys, thanks for coming up. The intention here is to do some champion grinding. But to do that, we got to do a screen share. And to do that, I'm going to share my keys with OBS, I think. I knew we would have some technical difficulties as we tried this. So this was just kind of I needed to actually get my feet wet in this. I'm going to try and, how do I cancel? I got to be able to do it. Right now I'm loading up a champion battle, but I don't think it's going to be. I'm going to load up another software here. Okay. Okay, so I'm currently recording, and I'm recording the battle and myself with one software. And then I'm separately on live with just the face. I haven't figured out how to share the screen, but we're going to get there, guys. We're going to get to a place where you can see just me in the bubble and you'll watch the battles, especially for the upcoming thing. But I want to show specifically the guys that are here. Let's get those account names in there, pal. Winning more than 80% after watching your proper placement video. That's huge, man. Thanks, A420. I'm glad, dude. I'm glad that stuff's helpful. And it's really changed my life. Oh, and I think it was you. Somebody was talking about the clickiness on the mouse. I ordered one. So click free. This one is crazy. It's like one of these ergo mice that's like supposed to prevent carpal tunnel. And that's important to me because I got like a bad wrist from office job, but we're going to get, I was a streamer for a while. I can help with setup sometime. Yeah, man, that'd be huge. That'd be really helpful. But yeah, I got one of these like carpal tunnel resistant mice, and it's great, but I need to get like a click free one because even somebody made a mention of how clicky this is, and it's always been in the back of my head too. Yeah, we're gonna get a new one. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna send out some more freebies. I tried to this morning. I was in the rental market trying to figure out if I could delegate to if I could rent to delegate to see if I could just like literally go in there and spend some money um, in the hopes of just finding some perfect rentals for people that are helping out, like you guys. But I can't. Um, and my question: is it okay to stay at bronze as I grind it out? Afterwards, rent gold foil near it end. I think you can to get higher. I did for Raphael's question there. That's a great question, dude. I actually think the answer is yes. If you can grind into a higher rank position, like your rank score is say 2000. What are the rank levels again? At every, because I was at rank 2500, which is gold 1, but I was competing in gold 2, and I ended up getting gold 2 rewards, but I didn't rent cards right at the end like you're suggesting. And my point is that I really think that would have been all it would have required. And it seems like you even get those rewards if you were there from like a moment. I was in I had 2,500 rank points, and that should be gold 1. I had 2,550 or something. That should be gold 1, and that should be 30 loot chests. But I only had enough power to justify the 26 loot chests in gold 2. And so obviously you can have a higher rank than your league allows based on the power limit. And then to kind of support the question and to give you hopefully a positive answer, a definitive answer, at the end of the season, I only had 30,000 power, and yet I got 26 loot chests, right? So there was I touched that area, gold 2, with the appropriate power and the appropriate rank for just maybe half an hour or a day or something, and I still got those 26 loot chests. So I think the long and the short of it is that yes, you can. And I know you guys can't see it because I didn't share the stream key with my software. I know what I need to do. So next time you're going to be able to see not just me, but you'll see the battles too. But it didn't happen this time because I need to get the stream key. Does anybody know? Do you know if when you're streaming and you're sharing, going live like this, if you grab this stream key from Studio, if you can just like in the middle of it, drop it into a different software like OBS or Vidyard or something? Do you think it's worth it to rent green, white, and blue decks for a day to grind to gold? Jeffrey, good question. Doing like a fast rent like that, doing a fast grind can actually work. And short answer is yes, you totally can get to gold in one day, but you're going to have to play well and have good cards, and then you have to weigh that against the cost of your rentals, right? If you're going to rent, what did you say? Green, white, and blue. You're going to, for one day, you're going to spend probably 1,000. I bet 1,000 on blue and probably 400 or 500 on the other two teams. So it might be 2,000 dark energy crystals to rent like a half decent team for what you're saying at level. And you remember you'd be wanting to rent, I guess, level 4, 5, and 6 because your monsters are capped at level, in bronze they're capped at level 2, in silver they're capped at level 4, and in gold they're capped at level 6. So if you want to compete in those respective levels, you're going to need those respective monster levels. The Discord told me I could do that since I don't have high cards for silver, maybe gold, but I'm good enough for silver. Cool. Yeah, Raphael, I think we're right, bud. I think that would work. Thanks for the appreciation. I appreciate you guys too. It's all easier and smoother to do when not live. Attempting during stream can cause a ton of problems. Cool. We'll do it next time. I'm going to do this more frequently, and whoever shows up will answer some questions, because the frequently asked questions are pretty successful too. People want to see that stuff, and you guys are asking these questions, but it's not just you. There's 100,000 spell books that were bought so far, and that went from like 50,000 to 100,000 in the last 2 weeks. So there are probably 50,000, maybe even 70,000 new gamers to Splinterlands that have no idea about some of these questions that you guys are asking. And so if we can just answer some questions for a few, 10, 15 minutes, that's probably going to be something that'll be worthwhile for others to see also. Hey man, question. Is it okay to stay? Yeah, we got that one. Love your videos, Dwayne. Helped me a lot. Thanks, Terrorizer. Yeah, I see you. Beat Mage. Nice. I love the little logo you got on that guy. Rent this card at the last day of season. I'm not sure what card you mean, Zbaz. But yeah, if you rent your cards right at the last season, one thing to take into consideration there would be that you'd be fighting against other people who are also trying to climb at the end of the season. So my experience is that the best time to rent cards is actually at the beginning of the season. And I offer my cards up for rent, so I can tell you from my own profit perspective, like when people are renting my cards, the most often that they are doing so is actually at the end of the season. So the prices are going to be spiking, the available cards is going to be shrinking, and so you're going to find it tough to rent cards for an affordable value. So as far as Zbaz Production said, rent this card at the last day of the season, I don't think so. I think maybe if you want to do what Raphael is suggesting, you would try it at the beginning of the season. Raphael, and I think somebody else too. You'd rent early, get good deals, crush it in like 1 or 2 days, and then just wait for your rewards, because you don't need the power. This is something I learned last season. You do not have to have the power that you had to get to the level you reached. Does that make sense? If we reached gold, we can, as long as we reached gold for a minute, you're going to get that reward. It doesn't matter if you have that power at the end of the season. So yeah, that should probably be an approach for a lot of you guys. You could rent for 1 day, 2 days, push hard. You're going to skip out on the daily rewards, which can be so lucrative. Every daily loot chest is going to be roughly 80 cents US. That's according to splintercards.com. But you definitely, you can see some great rewards if you're just getting your seasons. And you're going to get those season rewards by doing what you're saying. Grind hard for 1 day. I had some success this morning at the bronze level, but man, it's a tough league in the beginning. I've got a lot of experience, and I still find that it's like at the beginning of the season, and I said, there's just too many people in your way. And what I mean is, there is oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm loading up a team, that's why I'm a little bit distracted here. But what I'm trying to say is that at the beginning of the season, everyone who got pushed down from higher levels is in your way. It's like it's like getting out of a busy store. There's so many people in your way, you have to wait your turn to get to the door. And we're all trying to go to the same place, which means we're all trying to climb the ladder and get higher and higher rank position. But yeah, at the beginning of the season, it's tough. So I find if your cards aren't strong enough to climb super easily, then what I would recommend is that you do and especially if you're trying the technique that a couple of people mentioned, where what if I just did this like 2 day or 1 day thing? Try it right in the middle of the season, because of 2 reasons I just laid out for you. At the beginning of the season, there's too many competitive people that you're going to be fighting against. And at the end of the season, you're going to be battling against high rental card costs. So yeah, that's That's my tip on that for sure. And I know you guys can't see the battle, but I'm fighting my Byzantine kitty with a life team against a magic team that's probably going to eat me alive. Man, the Ruler of the Seas card is so powerful, and then you combine that with the Lord Arianthus at the front end, and that card has almost no vulnerabilities except for the Oppress. If you guys see the Oppress cards out there for a decent deal, and you're interested in buying cards, Oppress is an excellent ability because of the fact that it really responds to and counteracts some of the classic and most popular tanks, like those ones that are going to have the void, and they're going to have void and shield and thorns and high hit points. But what they're not going to have, they're not going to have oh crap. Oh, they're not going to have a melee attack or any form of attack. So that Oppress is going to allow you to do double damage. We're up about, I'm bouncing back. 16? Cool. Let's see, I missed some comments here. This player explosion happens due to daily content like yours. You directly influence the growth of the game. I hope so, man. I mean, like, that's why I do it. Like, I think that this is, 1,200 plus people now have signed on to subscribe to the channel. So that says a vote of confidence for me, but, definitely for the game. And, if I can contribute some value that's going to end up, encouraging and helping you guys do well. And then to do the giveaways, like those Dark Energy crystals, they might be helpful. I hope they are. But to me, I get the 200 DEC per win. So, I could give out like 1,000 a day, and it's not a problem. And then those rentals, those delegations, those are just cards I'm not even using. So if they're helping, that's awesome. And I what I actually love about them too is that it's going to, when you guys blow up the comments, people then the algorithm takes over, right? And then people are saying, oh, he's giving away things, and maybe they come because they want to get some freebies, or they think, he's going to give me some free rentals and it'll help me. That's fine. I wish it was you love the content first, but if I get you in the door by way of lending you some of my cards I'm not even using, then it's, scratch my back, you scratch, quid pro quo, as they say. So yeah, we'll keep doing it. And I agree. I am gold 3 now with 60k power because my other rentals expired. Then Jeffrey, just stick it out, eh? And you'll get those gold bonuses, regardless of whether you're still competitive at the end of the season. Only problem is, if you do that technique where you only rent cards for a day or two, or for half the season even, in the second half of the season, you're not going to have as much fun, right? Because you're not going to be competitive, and you're still going to be fighting against gold teams, and you're just going to get smacked around. Great, I thought that would work. If you lose your power, you lose your If you lose your power, you lose your awards. Thanks, mate. Yeah, only you did not lose your rewards as long as you reach that level. Another question, please. Do you know how to know a build to defeat Llama Summoner for that last Kron? You know what I do against Kron and against Last Stand? It's a couple things. I love stun is so amazing on any of the monsters that have the high hit points but have the heal. So you can lose to like a Medusa one-on-one. The Medusa is like a 4-cost mana card from the Water Splinter, and it's a great card. But I mean, the idea that it would beat that Kron, which is almost triple its value and has way more hit points and self-heal and on and on and on. But it can and it does, especially if you've got the Alrek Stormcloak. So you've got if you got a maxed out Medusa with the magic buff from your summoner, you're going to be doing 4 magic damage. Plus, it has stun, so you're going to stun and you're going to kill your opponent in 3 or 4 hot hits. And a stun is a 50-50 chance. If you don't know that, when your monster has stun, it's like a 50-50 chance that's going to stun the enemy. Streaming, let's go. Full power gaming. Thanks, man. By the way, I am Filipino, and so many people joining recently that I'm sure will be making it harder grinding. Yeah, Raphael, I looked at the analytics on the channel. 33% or 35% of the people following are from the Philippines. And it's kind of cool because I have a little girl, Lumina, and she's got special needs, and she has like in-home nursing support. And the whole team is Filipino, except for Filipina, except for one of the ladies. So that's kind of cool. Let's go. You're awesome. Thanks, man. Can you show us the screen? TD Jew. I can, but I have to grab the stream. There's like a stream key, and I have to link it over to my proper software. I thought I did that. We're going to get that next time, but we're going to wrap up here pretty quick. I just wanted to. This is all really was me doing a test drive because I really want the 29th to go well. And I'm looking forward to doing some big rewards. If you guys don't know, August 29th, we're doing another live. And we will do a screen share with me also. So you're going to see both. And we're going to do some battles. And if you guys want to fight, to send out the challenges, you can do that to me. And, if you guys can take me down, we'll pay out some rewards. And also, we're going to pay out rewards either way, just because you guys are showing so much support for the channel. That's huge. Started playing 4 days ago, breezed through bronze with Mylor. Isn't Mylor like crazy overpowered at the low levels? It's especially if you got a heal. If you can throw Mylor in with like a flesh golem or a gelatinous cube or Cornelius, these are kind of higher levels. But if you get the heal on the self heal on the tank, and then they're also doing the Mylor thorn damage, holy cow. The only thing that you can counter Mylor with is really the archery, isn't it? What would you recommend for silver, 1 or 2 splinters? What I'm doing right now is I rented red and I rented black. And I kind of cheaped, I went as cheap as I could. And I got mostly level 4 summoner, and mostly level 2 to 4 monsters and summoners. And so I think I'm going to be good in silver, but right now I'm fighting hard in bronze. So I might have to defer my answer to your question there, Israel. But I'm personally rocking the fire monster, the fire summoner Quid or something like that. He has the piercing damage, super cheap. And then I've also got the legendary Mimosa Nightshade for the Death Splinter. Again, really inexpensive. When you guys are renting your cards, I've said it before, but you might not have heard it. It's always important to remember, okay, I want a level 4 or a 5 or a 6. You know what you want, but then you have to ask yourself, if I want a 4, but at level 3 is half the price, you take the discount. And that's one of the things that I think people are getting tripped up on. So next time you're renting, look for that. Remember Llama cleanses stun. Llama stun, but you have to remember the speed, right? So TD Jew, I must be mispronouncing that, but either way, Llama cleanses stun, but that's only applicable in a setting where the Llama has a chance to cleanse a stun. What do I mean? How the turn order goes is that the first player goes, the tank or the fastest player on your team goes first on any team. But assuming there's a tie, the fastest player at the front goes first. Okay, and then we go through all the monsters until everyone is gone. Then we get to see any sort of summoner buffs or heals or cleanses. So if you had a Kron and he was your only character on the field, and I have a Kron has a speed of 2, I think, or 1, and I have a Medusa with a speed of 3, I'm going to fire before you, I'm going to stun you, and then yes, Llama's going to cleanse that stun, but so what? You missed your turn. Do you see what I mean? The Kron's going to miss its turn because the Llama doesn't cleanse and then react. The Llama cleanses at the very end of that turn. I'm almost gold rank. Thanks, Dwayne. Thank you, man. Seriously. What else? We're already at 25 minutes. Okay, we're gonna have to cut it quick here, but I really appreciate everybody. I'm gonna leave some comments when we get this off and when we put it on. Leave some like not live comments because I don't know if the live comments will stick around. And again, we're always going to be looking to show some love, so we'll send out some delegations. Give me those account names. Appreciate you guys. Can you rate my deck? My Earth, my deck Earth. My name is Alcatraz. Alcatraz. Okay, I will look at your deck right now, bud, while I'm talking. And I'm just gonna. I can't share it though, so I'll do it later because I want to be, other people to be able to see what. And when I post this, you're gonna see the gameplay. I'm gonna post it as a not live, and you're gonna see the gameplay I've got, and I'll review Alcatraz's deck. And maybe once a week we could do that too. If people want to throw their names down, I'll go through and I'll specifically review their deck and give tips and tricks as to how I might play that or improve that. Okay, so if that's something you guys want to see, let me know, and I'd be happy to do it. Thanks man for that. Do you know why you want to fight people? Did you? Bro, I'll just ask how much do you invest in Splinterlands? Splinterlands, it's hard to say how much I invested in this game, but I can tell you I spent 32 months playing it every day for at least an hour a day. And then financially, I put, if you look back at some of my old videos, and you can see them in the playlist now, I took a couple of the old videos that were helpful still. And one of them talked about how much I put into this and how much you can earn from it. It was just me kind of giving a sales pitch at the time. And that was like 2 years ago or something. But you'll see in there, I think I reference how much I put into it. And I want to say I started with just like $100. And then and as I've said, I put in a little bit of money here or there. But until maybe a year ago, my deck was constantly worth like $2,000 US. And then over the last year, the playability and the development from the devs and the audience has been growing, and we've just seen this parabolic move where now it's worth like 80 grand. But to answer the exact question, how much did I invest? I can't say. I know that I put in about 10,000 Steam, which at the time was somewhere between probably 50 cents and 25 cents. So what would that be? If it was 50 cents, that'd be 5 grand. But it was somewhere between 50 cents and 25 cents. So call it 3 grand. And that was when that was the moment where I spent like a year playing this game and just playing it. And then I went, oh, Steam isn't what I was hoping it would be. There isn't enough attention and enough like participation in the comments and whatnot. So, but this game is amazing. And so I took all my Steam, which I had 10,000 Steam, and I was thinking this is going to be the next like social media website. And I just reinvested it into Splinterlands, then called Steam Monsters. And so that would have been, I would have had like a couple $100, and then I would have put probably $3,000 to $4,000 US in. That was all cryptocurrency based already. And, some of it, and now here we are, man. Here we are. Thanks for the stream. Thank you. Appreciate you. Time and attention. Yep. That's it, bud. Okay. Why don't you play for the leaderboard? I've tried playing for the leaderboard. It is tough. It's not just like good players. It's the best players. And maybe you've seen some of my Champion Grand videos, you'll know that I occasionally battle against dudes that have 10 times or 20 times my cards. That means they have, over $1 million worth of cards. There isn't a card they don't own. And for me to beat those guys, I can, but it takes certain rule sets and it takes me, some luck. So playing at those, I've tried 3 times or 4 times to be on the leaderboard, and I could get in there in the diamond level. I can be in the top, 20 or 30. I forget. I can get some good rewards by being on the leaderboard in the Diamond League with my deck, but it doesn't pay as much as you'd think, because ultimately, if I stay in Diamond, I'm going to get 60 rewards. If I go into Champion, I'm going to get maybe 120. So that's a big difference. And then the daily rewards are lower also. So I can. There's just it's just a cost benefit analysis, and I decided it's not worth it. Favorite, please make a video for life build, just like what you did with blue. I apologize. Your blue. I copied your blue build. I think I did do a life build. I think it might be called How to Win with Life, or How to Win with Life Splinter. But for me, the key with Life Splinter, depending on what level you're at, is the assassin sneak monster that attacks twice, and at high levels is 3 damage and poison. For me, you need that and the Silver Shield Paladin, or the Silver Shield, the other one of the big defenders, to be a distraction. 10 hours a day. Last question. If you make a video, how to make another account, since you need to show your IDs and all. Anyways, thanks for answering my questions. How did I do that? Yeah, okay, I'll look into how do we make second accounts, because you guys might want to do that. You're right, that's probably pretty common. 66,000 DC out of a chest. What? Was that 66 DC or 66,000? Would have properly stopped playing if you didn't convince me otherwise. Crazy. Good for you, man. I appreciate your comment. That was like, very helpful for the channel and for me, just to be able to kind of see what people are concerned about and then to walk through it. Whoa, 66,000 DEC is something like, I'm pulling up a calculator now. Hopefully it doesn't crash the computer. Watch the calculator be the app that throws this whole system, the monkey wrench in the system. Okay. 66 divided by 100 equals times 0.7. That's 460 US dollars that he's talking about winning. Oh, is it? No, it's not 60. It's only 60 US dollars if you take it to splinterlands.com. Guys, don't ever use your DEC at splinterlands.com. They give you an exchange rate of 1,000 DEC to $1. And it's going to be worth way more in peak monsters, because that's P2P, player to player. And they actually go off of the market value, not the supposed 1,000 to $1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 75,000 is possible. Guys, this is fun and I'm enjoying it. I appreciate all of you, but I'm going to call it. I got to get into lunch and I got to move on to some other things. But next time we're going to do it proper. And this was just a test run I needed to see, but we're going to get the content. We're going to get the videos up with the battles and everything. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.